Alright, so right here you guys have your power cord. This is probably the most important aspect of your camper. This is where all your power comes in to run everything. It is a 50 amp, so I recommend, if you don't already have a surge protector, that you get one from us. We have one that does low voltage, high voltage, and surges. And it just protects your camper from any damage that could possibly happen at a campground. Protects your investment ultimately. So I would look into getting one of those if you do not have one. Right here you have your hot water heater. Alright, and it is tankless. It runs, and it's just gas only. It does not run off of electric. Alright, not much to see out here besides you do have an on and off switch from outside. I would only shut that off when you're traveling down the road or when you guys are storing it. When you guys are using it, leave it on outside and just shut it off from the inside so you don't have to come out every time to turn it on and off. You have a little fuse up there, which you'll be able to see. I would definitely keep fuses on you and make sure that they're there in case any of them ever blow or short. And then you have some max and min adjustable temperature from the outside. It's easier to do it from the inside because you have the screen. Right here you have your furnace. Furnace exhaust, so I recommend you guys get the little bug screens for the hot water heater in here. It just keeps the bugs out. We also sell those, so if you're interested, that's where you'll get those at. Underneath, there's not much behind the slide. Besides, you do have your one of the two drainage points for your sewage right down there. And then on both sides, you also notice you have a white handle. That white handle goes to your fresh tank, which is above the axles. You just pull that handle to drain your freshwater tanks. So you have one there, and you also have a white handle over there for your other side of your fresh tank. Alright. That's it there. You have your second dump off point for your drainage. This one will just do the back bathroom. And then you have the other black tank handle right there. Right here you have that secondary black tank flush, just flushes out the back tank in the back garage. Right here, you guys have your fuel fill up. So this is where you guys can fill up your toys and also fill up fuel at the gas station for your generator. So in order to turn it on and see the levels, you'll notice right here what the levels are. The one fill up on the left is for your generator fuel, and then the one on the right is just your auxiliary fuel for all of your toys. If you need to see anything else of how to use that, then we have a barcode here that you can scan with your phone and it'll bring you right towards it. Alright? I think that's pretty much it. Shut it off like that. You need to hold it off. Right. There. We have that back vent that I was talking about earlier from the inside. You have your scare light up there above the window. And then you have your ladder. So before you guys travel or move it, I would just pull the pins out and bring the ladder up or down. Like that. Climb up on the roof. And just make sure that every few months you don't have any water going in or out. I recommend just grab a spray bottle with a drop of Dawn dish soap and water and just spray your seals on the roof and make sure that you don't see any water going in, air coming out, no bubbles. That'll tell you if you have a leak or not. And I would keep a tube of lap sealant on you to patch that hole up until you can bring it to us to fix it. Alright. You have your back door here, so this is where you drive all your toys in. The door comes down, you set up the rails will roll out, you hook it up, and then you have your back patio. When you're not using it as a patio, you just take the cables off both sides, you put the door down, and you can drive your toys up in, close them in, and you're good to go. Alright? Have your awning up there with a light. You also have your other backup camera up there so you can see behind you while you're driving. Alright? Go off to this side. You have the rear entry door into the garage from this side. Second awning. Then you have your awning on your main kitchen slide. You have those outdoor speakers that I mentioned inside. And then you have your outdoor TV. Alright, all the remotes again are inside in the kitchen drawer for all the TVs. Okay, if you look inside that hole there, you'll notice that that is where your spare tire. There's a tube on the other side. That's where you'll take that wrench, hook it up, and lower down your spare. Your LP. Alright, right here you have an outdoor spray port, kind of similar to the other side. That's just where you hook up your outdoor shower if you have another outlet. This right here keeps the front door open so it doesn't blow closed in case it gets windy. Then you have the other side of the big storage compartment. This right here is your inner vac system. So, anytime you want to use that, there's just a little bag behind here, which you'll see. You have to get a bag to put in there, and it hooks onto both ends of this. And once you have it hooked up, you take those hoses that come with the system, you hook it up to here, you can vacuum the compartment and vacuum the floor inside. There's another connection inside there by the front door, and that's where you'll hook up the vacuum so you guys can vacuum your floors. And all that will go right into the bag that's behind the wall here. So I would empty that out regularly if it's dirty. Right here you have the option to install your tire link system, so it's just a little tiny plug and play system that goes right there. That just measures your tire pressure while you're going down the road to avoid a blowout or a flat. So it is prepped for it, you just need to purchase the system itself. Alright, right here you guys have your battery readings and your solar. That just tells you what everything's reading, your DC current, your AC current, all that good stuff. Right here you have your outdoor compartment lights. All the 2 lines on these lights just means motion sensor, so that'll turn on every time you open the compartment. And then you have your battery disconnects. So your battery disconnects just shut off everything from your battery. Same with your solar disconnect. Your solar panel, that just shuts your solar panel off from the battery, so you don't have that connected. And then the other one just disconnects everything from the battery. So if you're storing it, I would just shut that off and make sure that no power is going to it so your battery doesn't die. Alright? And then on this side you have your second propane tank, which again is filled. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy your camper. If you guys have any other questions, don't be afraid to give us a call and we'll answer any other questions you have.